Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. And apparently we had some technical issues with the link, but I hope everyone could get the link and join the meeting if interested. So thank you very much. This is a long-awaited webinar for us. We have been working hard on the new HUPX data services and new data platform in the recent months. And we arrived to a point where we feel that we are ready to shed some light on the next steps and how the commercialization of the new platform and basically the new framework for the HUPX data services will be evolved. And basically that's the webinar for. Some technical information. It is possible already under the presentations and throughout the presentations to provide any questions you have. There is a dedicated questions Q&A segment on the Teams application, so feel free to use that. At the end of the presentations, of course, we will provide time and provide answers for all questions you might have. My name is Márton Kádár, Head of Sales and Business Development at HUPX, and also responsible for the data services as a product. And I hope it will be a useful and fruitful webinar for all. So just my marketing colleagues would say some bad words if I wouldn't start with some marketing, but it's not only about marketing. I think it's important that for HUPX the core services are its markets, the spot power markets, which I think are evolving quite nice in recent years. Last year we ended our year over 40 terawatt-hour traded volume, which was the first milestone in the history of HUPX. And also in January 2025 we achieved the 100 membership at HUPX, which is also a quite big milestone. So these are the volumes and these are the activities and business areas which we call core operations and core services, and which also serves as the basis for the market data services, what we are talking about. So that's why I wanted to start here. But of course, alongside our spot power market operation services, we established additional services, business lines in recent years. One of them was the HUPX Geo Market, started in 2022, but also other services are there for HUPX. I think most of you are more than aware of these services. We are providing RRM reporting services, inside information platform services, training services, and of course the market data services, which is basically affected by this new development which we are talking about in this webinar also. So this is the product portfolio in which this market data services is having an increasing role, to say. And basically the main motive behind any development on this territory was the evolving trends we see in recent years on the market. We started this with this idea, I think, 2 years ago. So and at that time already we saw many trends which supported the idea that we need a new technological framework how we provide data for our clients. One is, of course, the increasing volume and number of data sets. I don't want to speaking about trends, obvious trends on the power market, but of course, also for us as a power exchange, we are providing more and more data as basically, for example, the intraday continuous market. We already have 500,000 daily order numbers, which is a good example of increasing volume of data sets. But also it is true that for trading purposes, more and more types of data and more volume of data is necessary. Technological interoperability, which was at the time also an important trend. As you already know, we are providing our data since basically the beginning of HUPX from 2020 to 2010 on SFTP, which is also a stable solution, which we will keep providing because that's something which many parties are trusting, and many processes are based on that. But of course, with the technological developments, new types of IT requirements and the increasing volume of data, a new type of technology is also necessary, and that was also an important part of the development. More and more parties involved with the spot power market data. That is also something which affected highly the idea of the Labs platform. Our idea is not only to provide data to our market participants of HUPX, but to also include and involve any other parties who are getting closer to direct wholesale market prices and volumes. This is also an obvious trend to say that retail operations are more and more involving wholesale market data, settlement processes, and stuff like that. And basically through this trend, more and more parties who are not directly members of HUPX or the wholesale market are involved with spot power market data, are necessary to understand spot power market data. And that is also one of the aims of the new platform, to provide an easier access everyone who is a stakeholder in power spot power prices. We see that it may not be enough to only provide raw data of HUPX. That's why we wanted to establish a platform which can serve as a comprehensive data platform, and in the future might also include further data sets. We are already thinking about some first examples on that. I hope I will be able to shed some light on that. And of course, high frequency data service, not only the volume of the data and number of data sets are increasing, but its frequency, and it also requires a different set of technology, and that was a main driver when we set up the new infrastructure. So basically, based on these trends, HUPX Labs platform evolved, so to say. This is a cloud-based market data platform with scalable infrastructure, and we try to provide as easy API access as possible. That's why further on during the webinar, you will see that in many ways we try to make the access easier. And as you know, in November 2024, we started the test phase of the platform. The idea behind was that in many cases, IT developments, and of course in the past and in the present also, in our core services for trading systems, it's not that obvious that in a test phase you are opening up the solution for market participants, but we decided that for this type of service, a different approach can be also feasible. And that's why we wanted to include potential interested market parties as soon as possible during the development. And that's why we opened up a test phase as early as possible. And right now we are closing to the end of this test phase. We are planning a commercial go live and basically ending this test phase end of May 2025. And basically, you might have seen all the data and solutions already. What is still missing from the platform? Besides many things, we know for sure that we want to see further data sets already at the commercial go live. Auction block data will be on the platform. For the intraday continuous market, orders will be included on the platform. And as I talked about the comprehensive approach, we also wanted to include already futures data for the Hungarian market. HUPX data will be included on the platform. And of course, a final UX facelifting is planned also in a release, and we will include all administrative processes on the platform, and that is in the plans. And May 2025, so end of next month, is not the end of the road because we are already working on the roadmap of the platform and of the data services. Of course, this is a major challenge, I think, in terms of IT development, especially in a highly regulated environment like power exchange operations. But in this case, we want to give the highest priority of any client request coming in. So that's a continuous part of the development. We are already including some of the ideas received from users, registered users on the platform. But what is also fixed is that you might know that HUPX became the member of HUPX Group, which is the Serbian, Slovenian, Hungarian power exchange group. And HUPX Labs platform will become a comprehensive data platform for HUPX Group. And that's why we are already planning and designing how to include PSP, Slovenian spot power market data, and CPEX, Serbian power market data on the platform to provide a sort of one-stop shop for power market data in the region. And as I already mentioned, we also have this inside information platform service provided by HUPX. This is also under consideration because, as you might know, REMIT 2 has been introduced, and many legislative works are underway to pave the future of this inside information platform services. Along those legislative processes and legislative work, we are also considering to upgrade the current inside information platform solution, what we have currently, and if possible, integrate it with the labs platform solution in the future. Of course, it's not an easy step. It won't be done in a few months, but we hope that as soon as the final requirements for the new type of for the inside information platform services under REMIT 2 is out, we can decide in what timeline we can integrate, if feasible, this service also into the platform. So that's the idea. And I think that's what I wanted to tell as a teaser and a business context. And at this point, I would like to ask my colleague Ben Samojowski, who is serving as an expert on the product, to shortly summarize the main features of the platform. And after that, I will also give a short overview what type of administrative tasks are necessary for current info user clients or data user clients of HUPX. Thank you very much. And as I already mentioned, this Q&A section is live on the Teams application, so please feel free to use it and post any question you have during the presentation.
All right, thank you, Marty. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ben Samojowski. I work as a data analyst at HUPX. And in the next section of the webinar, I would like to talk about the new products that will be available alongside with the go live of the HUPX Labs platform. And also I would like to show you the main functionalities and currently available datasets and features also on the Labs platform. So as you can see on the screen, we have listed the basic data products that we have introduced with the HUPX Labs platform. We have highlighted with red that we have not left the previously available data packages. They were named like DOM-U or EDM-U1, U2. That might be familiar with some of the attendees of the webinar. We have kept them. They got a new name. We call them DOM Expert, ID Expert, and IDC Expert. These data packages will contain the most basic data sets from those markets. As you can see in the table at the left side, we have ticked in all the available data sets, specific data sets that will come along with these products. And these are mostly combined with the aggregated trading data of all the markets, but also some special data sets, for instance, the block orders and aggregated curves. So we have kept the currently available data packages, and we have also introduced the two new data packages that are named HUPX Essentials and HUPX Expert, which contains data not only from one market but from all the spot markets of HUPX. You can see that in HUPX Essentials, you can reach all the basic data sets, aggregated data coming from the different markets, and HUPX Expert serves as the highest version of the data packages, so to say, which contains all the available data sets from the spot markets of HUPX. On the right side, you can see the fees that we have created. These fees that are shown in the table are only valid and relevant to the data users, currently called as info users, but the info user word is no longer available. We name it data user. So these fees are applicable for data users. And in case you are a retailer or a data vendor, you can contact us in the following email address, data@hupx.edu, and we will discuss the fees with you in a separate meeting or in emails. One important thing to highlight is that each subscription will come with two HUPX Labs users and two SFTP users. So that is the basic, and in case of extra users, there is a quarterly fee for that, which can be seen also in that slide. One also important thing and the basic concept of this subscription is that if you subscribe to a data package, you will receive a HUPX Labs user, which will serve with the API. So you will get an API key, or you will be able to create an API key, and you can query data using the API endpoints that we have created. But for the historical data sets, that are older than the year 2020. These firstly will not be available at HUPX Labs. So you can query and look for the data sets in the SFTP server that is currently now available, but you will get an SFTP access for that. So we also keeping this option for you. The invoices will be created for each quarter, and those invoices will be sent to you by before each quarter. But I think currently that is the case right now, so we have not changed anything regarding that. We also introduced new data packages that are currently not available. These are basically the main motivation behind that is basically that on intraday continuous markets, we are having loads of, as Marci have mentioned before, we have loads of new data sets, and the increasing number of orders and trades are something that we would like to share with you. And that's why we have created these data packages for the HUPX intraday continuous markets. These are basically anonymous orders and trades that will come with a 15 minutes delayed, and these will be refreshed in every 5 minutes. I mean, currently that is the plan, but we will see how it goes. But there will be a 15 minutes delay with that. These will also be available via API endpoints also, but you can also download it, but I will show it to you in the next section of my presentation. But you will be able to get the anonymous orders and anonymous trades data with all the necessary informations and details about a specific order event or a specific trade. Another option for that is the historical IDC orders and trades. We are currently having that in our data services right now. These are shared in an SFTP server in CSV formatted files. These are just historical order events and trade events, and these are shared at the end of every month, and these can be queried and accessed on the SFTP server in larger files. And one thing that Marci has also mentioned before is data sets coming from HUDEX. So HUDEX data will still be available, and also you will have the chance to get an additional user for the trading system for Trayport, and that will be a read-only user, and you can also query data from the data platform itself. I mean, from the trading system as well. So that is the whole list of products that we have created. But I switch now to the exact HUPX Labs platform, and you can reach all the information that I have just shared with you under the About menu item at the HUPX Labs platform. You can see here that we have listed all the packages that I was talking about earlier, and all the data sets and all the specific data circles that I was mentioning. It is here. And also those ticks and those marks are there that in what packages what can you reach. So there's no difference between the one placed here and the one that I have shared with you. So in case of any inquiries or any questions, you can check this About menu item here, but also you can contact us at the data email address that we have mentioned. So in the next section, I would like to show you the main features of the Labs platform, and I would like to show you the most interesting and the most current functionalities that we have right now. So if you come to the home page, you can see that we have here widgets, so to say, and little cards. These widgets shows the current status and the most relevant price indices of HUPX markets. These prices that are listed here are relevant for the current quarter hour. So if you come here to the home page, you have an immediate snapshot of the Hungarian power markets. You can see that we have also placed here the baseload price, the DOM hourly prices, ID3 index, which is the price index for the intraday continuous markets, and also the IDA auction prices. So now it can be seen that the prices are quite low in this we also have negative prices also on the DAM markets and IDEA auctions. Other than that, we have the latest trades on IDC markets for the next 10 products, for the next 10 quarter hours listed here. And if you come a little down, you will see that what are the current outages that are published in the inside information platform. And here are the widgets that I was talking about. So if you come here to the HUPX Labs platform, you will get an immediate snapshot of the current status of the Hungarian power markets on the price perspective as well, and also the current outages and aggregated curves and so on. So this is the homepage here, and as Marci mentioned before, we will modify in this a little bit, and we will a new UX package will come soon. So there will be a little modification, but the main messages will remain as it is right now. If you come to the data view menu item up there, you can see that on the left side, all the currently available data sets are now visible. So as you can see, the market data are mostly centered around the different HUPX markets, so day and market, intraday, continuous, and auction markets. But we also have two different data sets, which is the prices and indices, which contains all the imbalance settlement inputs that HUPX provides to the new imbalance calculation methodology that is valid from the 1st of January, the beginning of this year. And the main concept here in this data view is that you have the table. You have a table that you can search for the exact data in it, and the exact numbers, prices, or volumes, or quarter hours. So you can see that. Also, you can add filters if you would like to. You can add as much filters as possible and as much as you want. And above that, you can see that we have a visualization that can be also modified, and also I can zoom into that visualization as well. And also in some cases, I have the possibility to click in and click out, select and unselect the different prices and different indexes that we have here. And that's the case basically for all the different data sets. We have a table that serves with the raw data, and we have some sort of visualizations. So if there is an outlier, or there is a significant happening on the power markets, you can easily spot that out using that visualizations as well. And also one thing that I would highlight here regarding the data sets is the inside information platform dataset, which serves with the current outages and all the publications that are currently available at the inside information platform. So that is also one thing that I would highlight here, that we have it here in a more accessible format, and you can also download it in different formats. So for instance, in CSV and in Excel files, so you can do that download. But before that, you can filter that. So basically, that's the most and the main functionalities of this data view menu item. And also one thing that I would add here is that under each table, we have a description for each column, so that you know what's the unit, what's the time zone, and what's the description of each dimension of a specific data set. And if we click on the developer guide, go to developer guide button, or go to the developer guide menu item as well. This is basically, I think, the most interesting function that we have right now at the HUPX Labs data platform. Here you can query and use the previously written queries, API queries. And you can just easily copy it out and insert it in your developer environment. So you can automate, and you can use API endpoints to query data, not to use the find download options if you don't like to, but you can select from six or seven programming languages. and you can just copy it out from here, from the platform, and it is automatically goes to your clipboard, and just enter it to your developer environment, and you have it there, and you can access it there quite easily. One thing to add here is that you can see that you have an API key, which is like submitted there with a string. So you have to generate your own API key, but with the subscription, automatically comes an API key possibility. So you can easily create your own API key that can be placed in here, and then the query will work quite easily. And also you can add here filters. That's absolutely possible. And also after adding the filters, you can say try it out, and you see that in this case JSON format appears, and you can see what will the result, what will your response be. So you can see that the message is success, so there is no problem in your code, and also the data here appears in this format. So that's how it works, but also XML application is also possible. So you just have to modify that row for the XML part. And that's basically it for the developer guide. So to sum it up, this developer guide is, I think, the most interesting and the most up-to-date solution that we have right now in terms of our data services and in terms of the data flow that we can offer. You can easily paste these codes into your own environment, and then you can query HUPX data without entering HUPX labs or without entering an SFTP server. You just automate it, and you can have the data as quickly as possible. You might see that below each dataset we have this bell icon that appears. That is relevant for the changelog. So we have a changelog where we would like to share with you all the modifications that we have and that we create. You can also filter these changelogs, so you can search for all the events. So we have release notes, fixes, notices, and maintenances. We publish a changelog here, and you will automatically get an email regarding the change that we have. But you can also query it, and you can see what are the most relevant changes and the newest changes on the different data circles. So that is one thing that you can log to yourself, that what are the changes that we have made on the different data sets that might be interesting for you. And also, as I have mentioned before, on the About menu item, you can access also the pricing information, the pricing plans, and the available data packages. But also at the About, you can read about the terms of use and about the general terms of the HUPX data services. So that's one thing that might be interesting for the ones who are interested in this solution that we have. And basically, in short, that was a quick recap on the currently available data sets and functionalities of the HUPX Labs platform. One thing that I would like to ask and I would like to highlight is that we have this question here in the middle of my screen, and you have the Make a Data Request button. So I would like to encourage everyone to sign up to the HUPX Labs platform and check the currently available functionalities and the currently available data sets and give us feedbacks, because that is very important for us. We can improve that way more efficient, and we might be able to include data sets and solution that will be useful for you. So thank you very much, and I would like to give back the floor to Marci.
Thank you very much. I will share again my screen. Don't really have too much left to say, but I think as I see the time, we are quite at the end. So basically, one important thing which I already got as a question, of course, for all the HUPX members, as I see quite many of you are members of HUPX, are for HUPX members, the data we share on SFTP as part of their membership is not changing. And of course, that data provision alongside with their membership will not go anywhere. So current members of HUPX do not need to subscribe to any data what they already received under their membership. That's important. But for any other data which is currently not available, and for an access to the Labs platform for the market data API, there is a need for subscribing. And that's what members also need to do if you would like to use the Labs platform after May. You will need a registration and a subscription for HUPX Labs. But as Bence already described, we try to provide a discounted offer for our members, because of course this is not our main aim to receive and to ask for fees for the data which is basically available through their membership. So for the info users currently and who wants to prolong their subscription, they will also need to do some little administrative steps. For the info users, we already sent out the communication. We introduced a general terms document for all the market data services, including the description and clarification of data user, data vendor, and also we introduced a new option which is called the retailer, based on European benchmarks. Nord Pool and HUPX also does it, basically for specific use of HUPX data, which is connected to retail pricing, dynamic pricing, such things, whose services main aim is not to provide data, but to provide energy supply based on dynamic pricing that can be included under a separate use case. So basically we introduced these new general terms. The idea and our aim is not to sign with each of our subscribers separate bilateral contracts as we did in the last 15 years, but only to sign an order form from the client, and basically that's the start of the subscription once we confirm in email that the data provided is good and the subscription could be started. So for the current info users, we sent out termination notice because we terminate all those bilateral contracts, and current info users need to have the transition to the general terms. We also attached a pre-filled order form for all our info user clients with the data we had about our client. So making it easy probably to accept the new general terms if you send us back the order form signed, or we also attached an editable order form. You edit the order form to change the contact, to change the company data, and you send it back signed. No change will be happening with your subscription and data access, of course, if you are not requesting any. But the time for that is basically end of Q2. We started this process mid of April, and basically the termination notice were sent with the deadline of 30th of June, and from 1st of July, only subscriptions under the general terms are possible. Basically, that's for the current subscribers. Thank you for your understanding. Of course, as you might already observe, based on Bence's presentation, prices have been changed. Actually, it is basically the first price increase for these data services, and we thought that extending the data facilities and developing the data facilities and changing to the general terms is the good point where we can initiate a change in pricing, because we haven't changed that since the beginning of these services. But I hope these changes can be acceptable. For the new subscribers, we want to make the process as smooth as possible. As you saw under Ben's presentation, the pricing is available on the HUPX platform. There you also have links under Contact Us, which leads you to these online inquiries. You fill out the data, we send you a PDF with your data. If you sign it, that's basically it. No need for bilateral contracts, sending vice versa. This is the way forward with how subscriptions can be made. Of course, as the products were described, we hope that for our market participants also, maybe the intraday continuous trades and orders might be interesting. But let us know if any other interesting data could be included on the platform. That's it from our side. We already have the first question, because that's our next agenda point, Q&A. So basically, I see that what is the API request rate limit? We also have a document on these technical specifics on the platform. Just wait a second. I will change my screen sharing. So if you go to general terms, and under general terms, there is these technical requirements. Yes, you can see the requirements and the technical limitations for HUPX Labs platform. As we see it here, there is a request limit up to 50,000 records. Basically, that's right now what is the rate limit. Now, if this limit is exceeded, answer is basically curtailed at 50,000. But based on this information, I hope you can change your queries accordingly. That's it. Our aim is to gradually increase maybe this limit, but not too much. At this point, I think no other rate limit is in place on the platform. At first, how frequently the data sets will be updated, I think the most frequent will be 1 minute, the intraday continuous orders and trades. But if there will be a request for that, we might consider also lower frequency. I hope it was answered, but I will write it down also. Do you have any other question? If not, then I would like to thank you very much for your participation. We hope that it was a useful webinar. The recording will be available for all registered participants. Based on what we see, there might have been some technical issues. So if you have any question from any other market participants that whether it is available, the recording, it's a yes, and I'm sorry if any of you observed any technical difficulties. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention, and have a nice long weekend, at least for Hungary. I'm sure it is. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much.